Hello, welcome back to another lesson. This is the lesson after the sounds of the notes video I did, and in this lesson we're going to be doing some bar chords. They have a bad reputation, and I will say that in the beginning they were quite bad, especially in the early intermediate stage. They're not quite fun to do, but you want to try to get to being able to play bar chords all over the fretboard. So like. So you want to try to get to that level and also able to like switch. And to be honest, in this part, I've had some guitars in which the action of the strings, so in other words, how high the string is off the fretboard, is quite too high, and it's going to make it a lot harder to do it. But if you, okay, so in most cases, you want to get that changed. So you can just go to a guitar store and be like, hey, is the action too high on this guitar? Or, I'm trying to learn bar chords or whatever. What's the best action? You can just say that and they'll fix it for you, or they'll say it's fine. Um, Most of the time it should be okay, but I've had some cases in which the guitar was just like too high and I didn't know. And so I pretty much just, in a way, I had that bad action, but it led me to have a, a better strength on my finger here. So I could, now when I'm on the Strat, which has lower action, I can easily play it. Well, if I go to the other one, it's harder to play. But if you only learn on the Strat, then you'll only be used to this type of action. And so maybe if you switch to another guitar, it might be you'll have to get used to it. But I mean, to be honest, if you don't want to go through some extra pain, I mean, it's fine. You can just switch the action. Go get someone professionally to do it, because if you do it, you'll most likely mess it up, and that's not fun. Um, but yeah, so a bar chord is pretty much, it comes from your finger being a bar here, and then you're adding pretty much the power chord shape here, right? The 7 power chord shape. So 3 5, right? So 3 on the E, 5 on the A, and then you got 5 on the D with your pinky right over here. So average power chord. And then you have this finger playing the 4th fret. If you're playing, let's say, a G bar chord, if you're 4th fret on the G string. And so this is a normal chord. It's not a bar chord because we're not barring the last 2 strings. See, all of them sound, if I play it, they'll sound open. And so if you bar it, full chord, like here, same chord. So in the bar chord, you're just barring it, and you're having the effects of an open chord down here. Because if you think about it, an open chord is really, it's like if someone was barring it here, right? That's what the nut is doing. This is where the sound starts. So if I change the sound to be over here, that's like the new nut, let's say. So in a way, it's like you're moving the nut. You also can have a capo, which I don't know if I have one at the moment, but a capo does the same thing as a bar chord. Um, the only issue with the capo, in a way, is that it's good for changing keys of songs. So if you want to add a capo here, you can play the open chords or do some stuff here. You can do that, which in some shapes of chords, it's not possible to do. So like if I'm using all my fingers, but I want to place here, I can't do it. Um, so that's when you can use a capo, and they're useful. Sometimes they're good, but with a capo, you can't like move around because you would have to go always take it off, put it back on, take it off, put it back on. So in a bar chord, you can do that, right? I can go, I can always move it. And so pretty much the bar chord, it's a simple idea. So I said it's a power chord shape here, and then you got your 4th, and then you want to make your first finger here flat. sure every single note is sounding. And your wrist will get tense. So you want to try to leave it as least tense as possible, even though in the beginning it's quite hard to do that because you will be used to the holding like the guitar, like this chord shape in a way. So you want to have good posture. But yeah, so you want to be your wrist in a way wants to be kind of straight. You don't want to be like this. You want to be directly really under the neck, kind of relaxed. It's gonna be hard to be relaxed your first couple tries, so you want to just try to practice it, and then you'll be able to be relaxed later on. So it's quite easy to practice this. It's harder over here, so I would recommend in maybe around 7 to 12 frets. You want to do that, so you can go over here. So you really just put your finger, do the shape. So you got your power chord here. It's always 3, 1 down, 1 down, 1 to the left. So like just and then you can just move that shape everywhere. It's quite hard to do up here. You normally never do bar chords over here. I mean, you normally play solos up here. I mean, you can also do some cool chords, but they're normally not bar chords. Bar chords are normally over here. Normally from 0 to 12. I mean, not much else. So yeah, I mean, to practice it, just play all over the fretboard. Start up here, you can move your way down. It's harder down here because the fret space gets larger, and so you have to and it's also harder to press down on the strings. You have to put more force into it. Your hands will probably get quite messed up in the beginning, it'll hurt, that's normal. But yeah, that's a bar chord pretty much. And it's one of the, I mean, you could consider it one of the hardest parts of like being an intermediate, like going from like maybe end to intermediate, and I don't know what part of the guitar's skill rank you'd put it, but I would say it's at the end of the intermediate area. Because solos, I mean, for solos, there's just playing it slow, practicing with a metronome over and over again until you can play it fast. And it's hard, let's say, but I would say the bar chord thing it takes some time to do, and you have to always be practicing in the end to get it right. So yeah, and if you don't practice, your finger strength will leave, it won't stay. So then you have to go back to it, and you have to practice again. It's kind of annoying, but it's a really good skill to know, especially if you want to move chords up and down. It's really helpful. It'll help you play a lot. Your finger strength will become better. Everything will pretty much improves. Yeah. So thanks for watching this lesson. These are quite short compared to the other ones. But yeah, hope to see you soon.